Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, it's Miss Chocolate here. I didn't see you there. Just playing with y'all. Got me this little mic right here. Hopefully y'all can hear me loud and clear. But I want to be able to give y'all some tips on how to learn better. Um, One thing that has dawned onto me is, structure. The structure as far as how to learn. So I want to help some of y'all out there who may want to figure out like what I get started. Let me get some tips. Right, I'm at work. I just got off work. It's currently 11:10 right now. All right, nobody in this gym. Got to hold it to myself. I love it when it's like this. I love my peace. All right, but I was at work. I had like 10 kids ask me 1,000 questions. I love it. It keeps me sharp. But one thing that I'm starting to realize is that kids ask a lot of questions. But why don't we ask 1,000 questions a day? We as adults, a lot of us in our 30s and 40s, now in our 20s, now mid 20s. And I'm like, why don't I ask 100 questions a day? You know, um, when I started learning a lot, especially like 2 years ago, that was when I began to ask a lot of questions. And some of y'all have seen me grow. You've seen me ask these questions. These are uncomfortable questions. This is some of the boring stuff, man. My mom, I talked to her about this kind of stuff. As far as fiat and U.S. dollar, I said, Mom, why do we know more about this? She says, you know what, son? Because it's boring, right? It's just nobody wants to learn about this stuff. But here I am, spending my own money, my own capital, to learn this stuff. you know. So I'm starting to realize, you know, if you really want to learn something, you're gonna learn it. Not everybody wants to learn this stuff, and it's okay, right? We're all different. Some of us like tigers, right? Like animals. My buddy of mine, he loves reptiles. This dude is passionate about reptiles. He says the reason why people are scared of snakes is because they don't know snakes. Like they don't actually spend time with them. He told me about snakes and how they shed skin, and I want to hang around people like that who are passionate about different things, whether it's cars, whether it's languages, whether it's hiking. Me being out here in the West, I've learned so much about what it means to be sovereign. Right when I was in California and you're in those mountains, and there's no ambulances near you, just to get up to the mountains. When it's snowing like that, you better be sovereign. You better have a generator. You might not make it. I'm talking about -5 degrees. Again, it was only a couple of days where it was like that, where it was really cold. But when you're living up here in these mountains, you got to carry around bear spray. I mean, somebody just lost their life, man. I think from a grizzly bear a couple of days, not a couple of weeks ago. I think like 2 weeks ago, just lost their life, bro. So you got to be responsible living in these mountains, living in the West. Living away from the ambulances, away from the hospitals. You got to understand how your body works. I'm over here sweating out all my salt out of my skin. Salt chocolate, bro. I'm like, it took me 25 years to realize that electrolytes are important. How laughable is that? But I had to learn it the hard way. All right, come over here feeling all weak and everything. I'm a healthy guy, but yet I'm sweating out all my salt. That's crazy, bro. But that's what you learn when you start to get to new environments. All right, you meet new people. I met somebody that did the Pacific Coast Trail, I believe. That trail that's like a couple 100 miles. And this dude has a backpack. And he's walking all these miles. I mean, these are people on a journey. I said, bro, you must have seen stuff. You must have seen moose and grizzlies. And that's a journey right there. He's living. So yeah, become curious. Number two, I listen to podcasts every day. Every single day. On 2 times speed on YouTube. 2 times speed. So a 2 hour podcast is really a 1 hour podcast for me. YouTube, please update the app so I can listen to these podcasts on 3 times speed. 2 times speed is way too slow for me. Can't deal with it, man. They talk too slow. So now my brain is like, oh shoot, you need to speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. But I promise you right now, If you listen to a podcast or even a YouTube video on 1.5 times speed for a whole month, you won't ever go back to normal speed. This shit is way too slow. So as I would listen to these podcasts, I would hear similar names. Right? For me, like I said, from what I'm learning, this is me. From what I'm learning, people like Ben Bernanke, Alan Greenspan, Jerome Powell. I'm like, who are these people? I'm tired of hearing these names in these podcasts without knowing who they are. All right? And I would study them. I would say, who raised Jerome Powell? What was his ex-profession? He's an ex-lawyer, okay? Where did he go to school at? I want to understand who's printing my money. Jerome Powell. That's called being responsible because freedom comes with responsibility. That's just me being responsible. I'm not going to blame Jerome Powell. He's just doing his job. His job is to print the money. But I know who he is. Another thing, right? To go along with that, I would hear things like Murphy's Law, Gresham's Law, Moore's Law, the laws of nature. I would study these laws. These laws have literally helped me out so much. One law, folks, that we can all follow, whether you're black, white, whether you're American, whether you speak Spanish or not. Everybody can follow this law. The law of sowing and reaping. All right? You sow a seed, you keep on sowing those seeds. Every single season, every spring. Sow. If you, again, nature is very rewarding. If you put in the work, okay, talk is cheap. If you put in the work, okay. If you put in the work, nature is very rewarding. All right, you're not just gonna magically get some gains by just wishing and hoping. It comes from action. You must plant that seed, and one day that seed may sprout into something beautiful, right? But things don't just ever happen, folks. All right, they just don't happen. Oh shit, what I feel good. They don't just happen, folks. You gotta plant those seeds. Right, just imagine you have a cup of corn seeds. You plant that, and you have bushels upon bushels of corn. That yields a lot of corn. You know, you do that over and over again. Now you provide value for a couple of different families, 10 families, 50 families, 100 families, depending on how much corn you're going to yield from what you have sowed. Now you're reaping. Isn't that beautiful? Another law, Gresham's Law. Bad money pushes out good money. I love this law, bro. Back in the 1970s, or I should say 60s, Robert Kiyosaki told this story on his podcast. He says, my mom, she used the real money. He seen that America was mixing the silver with other metals. He said, my mom didn't understand money. He said, respectfully, I loved her, but she lacked financial literacy. So she went to the store and spent the real silver. He said that America started mixing silver with other metals. The Romans did it, now we're doing it. Debasement. So he started picking up dimes, all right, that had silver in it, the real money, the real silver. Those 10 cents is now worth about $3 in today's money. $4, $5. It's worth dollars. The dimes that's worth 10 cents is now worth dollars. All right, bad money pushes out good money into hiding. This has been done for millenniums. In fact, going back to the Roman Empire till modern day, even to this day, right? Till modern, like literally to this day, 2023, Gresham's Law. Doesn't that motivate you? All right, I need my own law. Mr. Chocolata's Law. A bad huckleberry pushes out a good huckleberry. Well, that sounds good, don't it? That sounds real good, don't it? Ooh, wait. But that's motivational, folks. You know, having your own law, Moore's Law. All right, the computer power doubles every 18 months to 2 years. All right, that's a cool law. He figured this out by himself by doing his own research. But follow these laws. And this is the last step. I'm gonna end this video at. All right. After you learn this stuff, teach other people this stuff. Nothing will give you more confidence than going out to the marketplace and teach other people your same age. All right, 24, 25, 30. Right, your family members, your friends, my mom and dad. I'm teaching them all this stuff, folks. Okay, I'm their kid. Okay, but I'm a curious kid. Right, open-minded kid. My parents are learning so much through me. I am their son, their egg and sperm. I am him. Right? I am their son. So I go back and I teach them all about this stuff. From the huckleberries to me cutting these lodgepole pines, cutting the wood, me learning and growing. I said, Mom, I wasn't talking this way 5 years ago. I said, I am your son, speaking this way. I've changed. So I want to give y'all some tips. Just still literally working out. I'm like, you know what? Let me pull this phone out. Let me give value to the world. All right. Let me get back. All right. It's just information, folks. We're in the information age. Giving out information. The marketplace, you know what I'm saying, will receive it. And those who want to hear this will listen. So again, other than talking to like one person, two people, I'd rather come to YouTube where there's millions upon millions of people on YouTube, billions of people on YouTube, and 10 people, 100 people to hear this and gain value. You know what I'm saying? I made a video a while back in 2020. It's called One Habit Could Change Your Life. You see this one habit, folks? Me just doing pull-ups. In 2020, I was doing like 40 pull-ups in the morning and 40 at night, 80 pull-ups a day. Doing that discipline, right? Being disciplined. That's just one habit. To change your life. One habit. One habit. I'm ending right there, folks. Hopefully this video is valuable to you. Just want to give you some information. I'll see you in my next video. Peace. And hopefully y'all enjoy this little audio. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it sounds good because this right here is very light, and I've been testing it out the last couple of days, and then I'm just like, this is a good behind tool. But yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.